Coming up on Open for Business, Charlie takes a tour of church community services in Elkhart to learn how their programs help local people in need. We visit Bashor Children's Home to see how they have helped kids for 100 years. And Corey and Melanie discuss the upcoming PulseFM Downtown Summer Series concerts and how you can get tickets. Stay with us, Michiana. We're open for business.
This is Charlie for Open for Business in South Central Elkhart at Church Community Services, over half a century of making a difference and helping those in need. We're going to show you their programs such as Seed to Feed and Soup for Success. During good times and times like now when business is down, rest assured Church Community Services, they're open for business. So inspiring to be here at Church Community Services with Executive Director Keith Sarber. This has been a blessing to so many in Elkhart County. Share with us the meaning of it, the impact in the future.
The organization has been around for just over 55 years. It was founded by 11 local churches around and nearby inner city Elkhart. That has expanded and grown. The services have expanded and grown. We're serving thousands of people a week with a variety of needs.
Keith, we're going to talk to some of the leaders here. Give us a description of who we'll see.
Yeah, so you'll be talking today with Betsy Airy, who's the director of Soup of Success. Okay. Been with us for 25 years and founded the program. You'll be talking with Michael Downing, food services director. He's in charge of the warehouse and the pantry. And you'll be talking with Erica Coppins, who's our newest addition to the staff. She is the Seed to Feed director.
I am so excited to be inside Soup of Success with Betsy Airy, the director. I don't know how to describe this place. Where do you start about everything that's offered here to help people?
There's so much, right? We are an empowerment program for women in Elkhart County, and we teach them career counseling, different skill sets, classes on computers or money management, lots of different kind of holistic trainings. And then they also run a small social enterprise. And that's what you're in at the moment. You're inside our little store, and we sell and produce soup mixes, cookies, and dip mixes. And then we take wool sweaters and turn them into one-of-a-kind amazing mittens and trees.
Betsy, let's talk about Soup of Success and Church Community Services as a team and how it helps.
Well, CCS is the agency, and we are one of 4 programs. Okay. And so our store that you're in at the moment is inside Church Community Services at 907 Oakland Avenue. And people can come and shop Monday through Friday from 9 to 5.
With Frank Lucchese now, Developmental Director, tell me first of all when you first saw the impact of what's happening here.
The biggest thing is my wife and I were always donors to Church Community Services. Until I walked in the door and saw behind the scenes, I had no idea how many people we actually impacted here, from our food pantry to our Soup of Success to the financial services, and then also with the greenhouse for our the Seed to Feed. It's just amazing how many people that you never knew how we affected them.
With Michael Downing, Food Services Director of Church Community Services. And Michael, tell us all about this and what's offered.
Church Community Services, this is the warehouse where a lot of magic takes place, a lot of food storage from various sources. And then also there's production that takes place here on the tables that you can see in the background where we actually pack our bags. A wonderful place where volunteers come, serve, give of their time and even their finances to make food distribution possible to approximately about 1,500 to sometimes 1,700 a month.
My goodness. And in these times lately, it's been more important, right? Because with the inflation and other factors.
Yeah, unfortunately, the pantry is starting to become the next stop after the grocery store. Whereas before we were always considered a crisis or resource center, but now it's absolutely almost a necessity to come by here and pay the food pantry a visit.
How have you seen this impact Elkhart County when you look throughout with all the programs?
Well, you know, the biggest thing is that as we know, I talk to people out here, we see that the economy has gone a little bit stagnant. And so when that happens, our lines get longer. And so that's what we're seeing, people that have never had to stand in our lines before. And that's where it sort of hits home when you see people that have nowhere else to go, don't know exactly what their next chance to eat or for their family. So that's really the biggest impact that we're seeing.
Our tour of church community services continues at Seed to Feed with the director, Erica Coppins. And Erica, tell everybody about this wonderful service and what it is.
Well, we're standing right now in our new production greenhouse. This is our latest addition to Seed to Feed. We're opening up a micro farm here, and we're trying to see how much produce we can grow per square inch on our property here at CCS. And we're also going to be starting to grow year-round, so there will be no pause in our production in the pantry for the cold months. We just harvested our first load out of the greenhouse, and we looked at 12 pounds of greens that came out last week, and that'll just continue to roll through the winter.
And there are 24 locations around Elkhart County of this?
There are. We have over 24 locations throughout Elkhart County, and we have a really interesting system where some of our gardens are outside of our area, so they're going directly to the food pantries that they're located in. We have gardens in Bristol, we have gardens in Middlebury, we have gardens in Napanee. They're all contributing to those local pantries as well.
What are some things that are standing out in the year 2023 going into 2024 that are pressing needs for you or things that are happening now?
So we still see dramatic increases in folks reaching out for help with food. We see in our financial services department people in need of rental assistance and much higher amounts than we've ever experienced in the past. So rents have increased, and eviction notices, the cost to keep people in their homes has grown, as well as utilities. Inflation has hit families hard in Elkhart County.
Keith, for those that have been watching this segment and seen us get around the grounds here, how can they follow up?
You can go to churchcommunityservices.org, or you can go to give2ccs.com and click on to make a donation. You can find Church Community Services on Facebook and Instagram, and you can find Soup of Success on Facebook, and you can find Seed to Feed on Facebook.
Mineral Concentrate has been a bestseller for years, and now we're excited to announce a new low price of only $19.95. This all-natural supplement is packed with essential minerals, providing your body the nutrients needed to function at its best. Improve your energy, support your immune system, or simply maintain your overall health and wellness. With our new low price, there's no better time than now. Visit mhclife.com to get your bottle of Mineral Concentrate today.
This is Charlie again for Open for Business here in Elkhart County. Behind me, not a lot has changed over 100 years, but here at Bashor Children's Home, so many young people's lives from troubled and neglected backgrounds have been impacted in great ways. And we're going to talk to leaders here about what they've been able to do and what's ahead here at Bashor Children's Home. I'm here now with Sean McCrindle, President and CEO of Bashor Children's Home. And Sean, This is a very special year, celebrating 100 years. Tell us about that.
Over the years, we've had so many services have changed, but really our core heart has stayed the same. And way back, before 1923, John and Emmeline Bashor had a farm, and there were a lot of kids who had families who couldn't take care of them. It was the Great Depression during that time, and they realized that they had a responsibility to try to help kids. And so they decided they wanted to have their farm be able to become an orphanage someday.
Let people know that are aware of the name, but maybe don't know exactly what you do. What do you do for the young people?
One of the big things we've been focusing on lately is trying to help kids who are out in the community before they need residential care. What we're known for is our residential services where kids stay here 24 hours a day. It's very intensive care, and they get a lot of different services. We're trying to do things with the school systems and with our on-ground school and with some therapy services and some foster care services to try to help kids stay in their community and be successful there. On our residential side, we have a broad array of services. We serve kids in our emergency shelter care. It can be as young as 6 years old, all the way to 18, and sometimes a little bit older, up to 21, depending on the kid. And then we have services to help kids who are struggling with substance abuse issues, with complex trauma issues, and helps some kids really try to get through some of those difficult times. And one of our more recent residential programs are for girls who are survivors of human trafficking. And it's just a really hard situation to be able to help lead those girls through, but boy, it's one of the most rewarding when you see a girl really understand she can have control of her own life and freedom.
What are some of the reasons that what you do works? I'm sure it's the people, it's the system, it's embracing change.
Well, I definitely think some of what's been really impactful here is Bashor's done a good job of trying to pay attention to kids in our community. And especially in our emergency shelter care, as kids come in, we learn a lot from them about what's going on for kids out there. And times are hard. It seems like every year I say times are a little bit harder for kids, but things are very complex. So we really try to pay attention to the kids in the community. And when they say, hey, we have a need, we say we must be there to help. And so the one thing that, really never changes, even back in the orphanage days, is the what you do and how you do it. Those change all the time because you find better ways. But the why you do it never changes. Once you're a Bashor kid, right, we say you're always a Bashor kid. Yeah. We always want to be there to help you and cheer you on to success because we only have underdog stories here. So we have the greatest success stories when they win.
What are some present needs that the viewers can help?
Yeah, one of the big things that we have is we have people who volunteer who come out and help kids. We have people who choose to explore being foster parents, and that's a really wonderful, challenging thing and rewarding thing. And there are lots of kids out there who need foster homes, who their home's not quite ready to go to, or they need a safe place as they're transitioning into adulthood. And so having volunteers, we also always need staff who have a heart for this mission. We have some amazing staff here right now who have a heart for the mission, but we always have more requests than we can fulfill without having more staff. And so we always want to be bringing in staff, especially people who have a heart for this, and hopefully they'll make a career out of this.
Let me ask you this, when you talk about serving the kids, is there a particular area? Is it more Elkhart County or this part of Michiana?
We actually end up serving kids throughout the state of Indiana in our residential care. We have purposely not served kids outside of Indiana. We've had asked to do that, but there is so much need here. And in our residential care, we serve a lot of kids from throughout the state. In our emergency shelter care and our community-based services, primarily it's Elkhart County, St. Joe County, and some of the surrounding counties that we serve. And we really try to prioritize, like for our shelter care, the local counties so those kids can be close to their homes.
Sean, I first had a chance to come here about 20 years ago and tour the grounds, the nature, and I was so impressed. And that's here, and yet there's growth. Yeah. Tell folks about the facilities.
In 1996, when I started here, the road beside us was a dirt road. Clearly not a dirt road anymore. And just like that road, Bashor has grown up tremendously. We're blessed to have 160 acres for our campus, so we have plenty of space. And it's allowed us over the last several years to build an entire community resource center, school, and lots of residential buildings. We also have obviously lots of things you would have for kids, lots of playground stuff, basketball things, gymnasiums, stuff like that. And one of the things that's really big for our kids is the pond that we have here. Every year, one kid seems to catch that huge bass, wow. And then every kid wants a fishing pole on our campus. It's the greatest thing.
What are some ways that folks can get in touch or follow up?
One of the easiest ways to get a hold of us is just to go to bashor.org, BASHOR.org, and you'll find out all kinds of information on how we've been doing the last 100 years and how the next 100 years is going to be amazing.
Thank you, Sean. So many people make up the family here. I want to hear about our next guest, Gary McCrae. Interesting backstory.
Yes, Gary McCrae came in one day, tried to volunteer at Bashor, had a very successful business life. And so rather than have him volunteer, we were so excited by him, we decided to try to bring him on staff. He agreed, changed his entire career, and because of that, many, many children, families, and staff are blessed. You're gonna love talking to this guy.
And later in our show, we are going to hear from Gary and how he is helping to make a difference here at Bashor Children's Home.
Jesus' instructions were simple. We are to be a light for all to see. Spread the word distributes God's word, the light of Christ, with intention and focus. We need your help to do more and to reach more people. Visit the new BiblesForAll.org website to partner with us and help shine that light. BiblesForAll.org. Give today to share the enduring word of God and help share God's love and spread the word.
Again for Open for Business. We are in Elkhart County, Bashor Children's Home, celebrating 100 years. And I'm excited to talk to our next guest here, Gary McCrae, Program Director of Therapeutic Foster Care. How are you?
I am well, Charlie. Thank you for having me.
Give us a little of your backstory, how you came to be on staff here, because it started out more volunteer.
Well, it's a very interesting story, Charlie. For many years, I was in the RV industry, as many people are around here. But as I began to get a little older, I started to think I needed to do more with my life. I needed to be able to give back. So I returned to school, and I wanted to do something in the social field. So I started studying psychology, therapies, and all like that, and I ended up to be a social worker.
Talk about therapeutic foster care here for the young folks of Bashor Children's Home. What is that exactly, and how is it different from traditional foster care?
Well, just as the word implies, therapeutic, it means that you're learning therapy techniques and ideas and concepts behind that, so you can help kids to deal with the many, many challenges that they have in their life. And so what we do with therapeutic foster parents is we train them in those fields, those areas, so that they might have the tools in which to use to work with kids that we might place in their home.
What are some examples of how this can be a breakthrough for someone working with a young person who comes from a challenging background?
Well, if a person has the tools to use to work with the children, then they lose a lot of their fear, they gain more confidence in working with those kids. And they, working with us and along with the kids, they learn how to best help those kids.
What are the biggest challenges in today's world with young people?
The biggest challenges is trauma, stress that comes from trauma. And we're going to see an increase with that as time goes on because things are becoming more complicated. Children of the day have a lot more to deal with than we did when we were in our age. The age of technology, everything is instantly at the touch of a finger, press a button, you have it. And that brings a lot of challenges along the way.
What does it mean to be a part of a tradition, 160 acres, facilities, staff, and young people that are transformed in a good way for the rest of their lives.
Charlie, it is such an honor for me to be here and to be a part of this. I feel like I am doing something special, something worthy, and it really amazes me that I'm even here. You know, how did God bring me to be here? It just amazes me every day. Every day I come here, I'm glad to be here, to face all the challenges that I know are sure to be here.
And when you talk about all these young people, God's creation, all special, they come from adversity, situations they couldn't help. What does it mean to you to see the love within them and then the ability to help them in their future?
Charlie, it's truly emotional.
Yeah.
It's emotional. I mean, to know that things have happened to these children and that we are here to help them to work through that. You know, most people say, what's wrong with children? We here say, what happened to those children? What happened to them to make them turn out to be the way that they are? What are they dealing with that we don't know about? So it's just amazing to be a part of that.
And how can adults out there get more involved and get trained up in what you're doing with therapeutic foster care?
It's easier than you might think. All they have to do is contact us at bashor.org, and they can come in and we will tell them a little bit of the story in the same way that I was brought in.
Gary, some folks might be a little concerned about bringing in what, quote unquote, a troubled young person into foster care in their homes. What can you say to them about your experiences with that?
For one thing, Charlie, I will not sugarcoat the concern that they may have, because it is real. But the thing that they should be aware of is that we're going to train them. And after that training, we're going to stand beside them in whatever way we can. We have 24/7 hours that we will be available for those people should they need us. So they have nothing to fear. They are not in this alone.
Well, some of the people out there, the Lord puts it on their heart, and then they just have to trust, don't they?
Just have to trust the Lord. He will not give you more than you can carry.
Well, Gary, it's been inspirational talking to you, and I'm sure it's impacted a lot of people about what's really important in life and the potential with these young people. And again, Bashor.org is the place to go. 100 years here at Bashor Children's Home.
We know you're working daily to make the right choices. MHC Life is here to help by offering supplements and materials like the Super Heart Pack. Included is mineral concentrate, Sol-U-C, omega-3, and vitamin D3. The Super Heart Pack is an excellent way to boost your immunity, combat fatigue, and provide overall maximum heart health. Order today for only $49.95. Visit mhclife.com or call 1-800-965-2345.
And welcome back to Open for Business. Hi there, my name is Corey. I'm from the Pulse Morning Jumpstart.
And I'm Vincy on the afternoon drive home.
We are here to let you know that we've got a massive, major, big kahuna kind of announcement. We're excited. If you know anything about Pulse FM, we put on concerts. We've been doing it for so many years. And why stop now? 2024, let's jump ahead into the summer months. It's a little chilly here in Michiana, but let's think about warmer temperatures and talk about Friday night, June 14th. Vincy, how excited are you about We Are Messengers and Cade Thompson?
Oh my word, I could not be any more excited. I'm so looking forward to seeing them on the big stage.
Putting you on the spot, favorite song, go.
Ooh, We Are Messengers, Maybe It's Okay If I'm Not Okay. I love that one, actually.
That's a good song right there. In fact, if you're like, I've never heard of We Are Messengers, can we just call a timeout and let you see and hear them for yourself?
I know you want my heart, my bruises and my scars. I'm coming as I am, the only way I can forget from where I've come, what my heart's been rescued from. When they ask me who I owe my whole life to, I point to you. I point to you. hearts. I'm coming as I am. I know you.
How about them apples? We are Messengers and Cade Thompson. June 14th, that is a Friday night in downtown South Bend. Those tickets are on sale now at morriscenter.org. You might be saying, that's plenty, that's enough. Nay, I say, nay. Because we've got another show in July. Get ready for July 19th, Big Daddy Weave with special guests Austin French and Hannah Kerr. I'm putting you on the spot again, Vincie. Favorite Big Daddy Weave song?
Okay, favorite song? I would say Overwhelmed. What about you?
I'm redeemed. Not only in person, but the song Redeemed is a great song. They have so many big radio songs, and you might be saying to yourself, Corey, I've never heard of Big Daddy Weave. Well, let's call time out again and take a moment for you to listen to Big Daddy Weave and see for yourself right here. In my opinion, no better place to see a show in South Bend, Indiana than the beautiful Morris. I think 101 years this place has been going strong. So we invite you to come on down. I'm a big advocate personally of putting something on the calendar for you and your family, you and your spouse, you and your partner to enjoy. I want you to grab your calendar. I want you to grab a big fat Sharpie marker, and I want you to turn to June of 2024, Vincie. Circle it with me.
Okay.
June 14th. We are Messengers and Cade Thompson. Those tickets are on sale now at morriscenter.org. While you got June in your hand, you're going to flip around and grab July and another big Sharpie and circle July 19th. That's a Friday night. We can stay up late. Big Daddy Weave, Austin French, Hannah Kerr. Those tickets are on sale now at morriscenter.org. You might be saying to yourself, I've got a few more questions about this show. Where can they go?
They can go to PulseFM.com. It's super easy to go ahead and find out more there as well.
PulseFM.com, or grab those tickets online at morriscenter.org. Thank you so much for watching Open for Business, giving us a few minutes to tell you about two great summer concerts coming up the summer of 2024. It's June 14th with We Are Messengers. It's Big Daddy Weave on July 19th, and it's Christmas music right now on Pulse FM. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Happy holidays.
Thanks for watching. If your business would like to be featured on an upcoming episode, email us at openforbusiness@WHME-TV46.com. We'll see you next time. We're open for business.